Hello and welcome back to the Introduction to Python tutorial. In this video we are going to discuss about basic input and output in Python. Let's first dive into output, then later on discuss about the input in Python. In Python, we get output in the console by just using the statement print. Print followed by circular brackets. This is an inbuilt function which will allow the user to get the output in console. So whatever you write inside the print statement, like let me print hello world in Python, it is as simple as this. And if I execute it, you'll get hello world. This is a very simple program and the most common program in any programming language, and it is very easy with Python. Suppose I want to print a variable. Let me write a is equals to hello world, and if I print the value of a, I'll get it hello world. Okay, now let's discuss how to print a hello world statement in two different lines. Like print hello world. This will actually give me hello world in the same line itself. Suppose I want to get hello in one line and world in second line, just put slash n. This will allow us to give hello in one line and world in second line. This is same as other programming language. Whenever we get slash n, it will give or it will print in the next line. Suppose I'm replacing n with t. I'll get a tab space. Hello followed by tab space then world. This is how we print in two different lines and using a tab space. Suppose I'm printing two different statements like print hello and print world. If I execute it, I'll get in two different lines. Suppose I want this print statement to be in the same line itself. Just write end is equals to any delimiter. It might be a string, it might be a star, it might be a space or any other thing. And if I run it, I'll get hello world. Suppose I replace this with a star, I'll get hello star world. This is simply a delimiter. It can be anything. Suppose you want space, just write n is equals to single quotations followed by space. This is how we do. Okay, now let's discuss how to print multiple statements in the same line itself. Print. Suppose I'm printing two different data types. Let me take a is equals some b is equals to 10, and let me execute this statement, and I'm printing hello and b. So I can print different data types in the same line itself by just writing as the same statement followed by a comma. Okay. Before getting started with input in Python, let me also discuss with fstring and format in Python. Suppose you have a variable a is equals to Python, and if I want to print the value of a, I just do it by writing print of a. But what if I want some other statements to be printed earlier, like print this is a, and after a I need to get it as tutorial. What does this do? This will print me this is a Python tutorial. Okay, what if I don't want to do this way? I just want to write, suppose I want, let me print this. This will give me this is a Python tutorial, but instead of Python, I need to print the value of a. For this, just replace Python with flower brackets followed by the variable name and put fstring here. So whenever you do this, whatever might be the value of a will be printed here. Suppose I change the value of a to Java, and if I execute this, I'll get this is a Java tutorial. This is how we do. And suppose if we want to do in other way, you can also do this by using this is a an empty flower brackets followed by the statement which you want to write, and just put format. And in format you need to place the variable name. Suppose if I place a, I'll get this is a Python tutorial. Okay, this was Java, so I got Java tutorial. Suppose I have multiple variables, like if there are three variables, this is the order. Like if I write a, this a goes here. This will be order in order wise. This is a Java tutorial. Suppose I give space here, I'll get this is a Java space Java tutorial. And suppose you are writing hello slash n world, and if you execute it, you got it as hello world. Okay, you got it as hello world. But what if you want to print the slash n statement? You don't want slash n to always give in a new line. You want slash n to be printed. Just put R here. R means raw. This will just print the raw statement here. Okay, see here. You will be getting slash n here. See here I got tab space, and if I keep R here, I'll get the raw string. The same you can follow for these also. Okay, let me execute it. So if you just put R, it will print the raw string without understanding slash n or slash t. Okay, now let's discuss about input in Python. Okay, input. Okay, in Python, we take input from user by using the function input followed by circular brackets. So whenever the compiler gets to this statement, it will take the user input from console. And whatever might be the value entered by the user, it will be stored in the return type. Like suppose if I write a is equals to input. So whatever might be the input which user entered will be stored inside a. Suppose I run this, I got a, b, c, d. And if I click on enter, if I print A and the type of A, type of A will give me the data type of A or the class which it belongs to. I got ABCD and it belongs to the class string. Okay, let me print. Okay, let me also take the input as 12. 12 is basically an integer, and let's understand what happens here. I'm getting A as 12, but it belongs to the class string. Suppose I give a list as an input. 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. I got it as it belongs to class string. So be it integer, string, list, tuple or any other thing, it basically takes it as a string. If you want to give comments in a Python input, just write this is a comment, and it will be displayed during the runtime. Here this is a comment 12, and if I run this, I'll get the same thing. It belongs to class string. These comments allows the user to understand to which variable we are giving the input. Now that we have understand how to take input, now let us discuss about the most important topic, which is typecasting. What is typecasting? We cannot always use the string data type for our works, so we need to convert the string data type into some other data types like integer or list or any other thing, so that we can use or we can take the input. For example, I have taken the input some a is equals to input, and if I want to convert the a into an integer, just write integer function before input. This will typecast the input into an integer. Suppose I run this statement. Before that, let me print a and type of a, and if I run this 12 and enter, I'll get a belongs to class integer. What if I give a string instead of integer? Then it will throw me an error which is an invalid ITLE for integer. Okay, sorry, I have given integer itself something a b c. It will give invalid literal for int with base 10 because abc cannot be interpreted as an integer. That's why it thrown me an error. Suppose I am converting into list data type. List, just put list, and whatever might be, it will be dividing into a b c d, and let me print this. I'll get a b c d in different indices. A will be at 0th index, b will be first index, and cd. Okay, this is how we typecast anything into any data type. And note that these comments are very important because it will let the user to understand for which variable we are giving. Suppose the basic example is enter the ATM pin, enter the account number. This will allow the user to understand that okay, we are entering whatever might be the input. This will allow the user to understand that okay, we are entering ATM pin, okay, we are entering account number.